The Detroit Pistons have overcome a 24-point deficit in Game 6 to win and a 3-1 deficit overall in the series to tie it and force a Game 7 back in Detroit. And yeah, that's fucking awesome. They're crazy comeback for the Pistons. Cade Cunningham gets the Pistons record for the most points scored in a single game at 45.
Yep.
Yeah, they played phenomenally in the second half. Even the Magic were posting stuff on their social medias about it, and yeah, I find that hilarious.
Yep. And we're gonna do this in two parts today, but the listeners will only hear it as one. But we're recording now pregame on Sunday. I believe it's May 3rd.
Yeah.
I don't even know the dates anymore.
It's about an hour before tip-off.
Hour before, yeah. And before we're done, we'll have the game highlight. But by the time this comes out, hopefully Pistons will be in the next round of the playoffs. And I think they're in Detroit. Detroit is a rowdy crowd. We're gonna kick some ass tonight. I got a feeling they're gonna win. I'm thinking they're gonna score at least 120, but I don't know.
I'm thinking because they haven't scored a lot. Neither teams have scored a lot this series. I'm thinking it's going to be 110 to like 94, 95. Something like that.
Well, either way, as long as we're on top, I don't care if it's by one.
Yeah, I don't care either.
And it's ironic because if you look at the last time we were in the playoffs, it was the same exact thing.
Mm-hmm. Same
exact stat line. I mean, all the way down in the number of games won, and we came back and won in Game 7. Then they end up winning the championship.
Mm-hmm.
So go Pistons. Hopefully they kick some ass tonight.
Yeah. Orlando went 45 minutes in between making baskets, going scoreless from 8:46 p.m. Eastern time to 8:31 p.m. Eastern.
And I believe it was by halftime they posted that it's over, or someone posted that it's over.
Yeah.
Might have even been a pro Piston that posted that on Facebook. But yeah, it's never over till it's over. And Pistons proved that coming back from 24-point deficit to kick some butt.
The game was 93-79. The Magic scored 11 points in the third and then 8 points in the fourth. The Pistons, on the other hand, scored 24 and then 31 in the final two quarters.
Well, it's
after scoring 26 and 12 in the first two.
Which still, they had three quarters where they scored really good, you know.
I saw the game score, and I immediately went, nope, I'm not watching this.
Yeah, I don't blame you, but I was in and out all day, so I didn't get a chance to watch it. But when you told me the score when they come back, I was stoked and super surprised. Yeah. I thought it was over too. But you never count this team out. They're the number one seed for a reason.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw a meme. It was like Detroit figuring out that they're the 1 seed playing the 8 seed at halftime, and it's the Drake meme where he's like, oh. Yeah, it's so funny.
Kick some ass.
And lastly, before we go into the main show, Cade Cunningham had his 5th straight game with 25 or more points, passing Isaiah Thomas from 1987-1988 season and Bob Lanier from the 1976-1977 season. That is their longest streak in playoff history. So he's looking to break that tonight.
Yep. But yeah, we got a lot more to talk about. You ready to get into it?
Yeah, go Pistons.
All right, go Pistons. Welcome, sports fans, to Everything Sports with Bill and Will, and we're real excited to be here today because Pistons are in Game 7, and it's going to be an exciting day. Well, as long as they win, I think. But no matter what, Game 7 is always badass. You know, you can't get better than a Game 7 in a playoff because it comes down to that. The Pistons were actually in, 2 straight elimination games. Mm-hmm. Well, what were they?
Down
they were
3-1.
Yeah, down 3-1. So Game 5 and 6 were both elimination games.
And so is this one.
So is this one, but this is also an elimination game for the other team. So Orlando This is do or die. All the pressure's really on Orlando because if they come back, it's an epic, or if Pistons win, it's an epic collapse for Orlando.
Yeah.
Or if Orlando wins, then they barely eked by, but they did beat the number 1 seed if that happens. But hopefully we're reporting.
Seeding really don't matter in the playoffs.
No, it doesn't. But I mean, still, you beat the number 1 team. That's some bragging rights, if nothing else.
Yeah.
But hopefully it's the same story as it was on our last championship run, which, in 2004 was our last championship, but we started against Orlando and we came back. Same thing, Game 7 and won them, and then the finals, of course, was against
the Lakers, Phil Jackson's Lakers. It was
hell
the
of a
Kobe,
team.
Shaq, and Karl Malone Lakers. One of the greatest teams of all time, and they also had Gary Payton. All 4 of them are Hall of Famers. So 4 of your starting 5 are Hall of Famers. That's fucking insane. And then the Pistons on their side had Chauncey Billups and Ben Wallace, both Hall of Famers.
Yep, but it's going to be an exciting game no matter what. So hopefully we're reporting good news in a few hours from now. But moving on we got some MLB news. Some good and bad for Detroit.
Yeah, a lot of injury news, but we'll go over that later.
We continue. We're just playing average baseball right now. We're at the 500 mark.
Got like 7 players injured. It's fine. It's
true,
fine. But you ever seen that meme where the house is on fire and it's
the house is on fire? Yes,
it's a dog sitting in a chair and this is fine. That's the Tigers right now.
Kind of. I mean, well, if we can play this good without 7 of our stars, then or 7 players.
Yeah, 7 of our starting caliber players.
Then I mean, I guess that's some good news. But it just
still sucks.
Really sucks because everybody. Tigers are going to be. They got the best pitching staff, and now we're
half of them are gone. They're all
playing.
injured.
We're 17-17. Without
Jack is a completely different pitcher.
They didn't play today yet, have they?
No, they play.
Yeah, they're 17-17.
Which I don't know why they're playing so late
on a Sunday at that. Yeah,
they play at 7:20 tonight, which is ridiculous.
Yeah,
Heck, America.
Well, hopefully we're just and that's probably wanted to get maybe some. No, it shouldn't be anything to do with the basketball game because
it's
it was
Sunday
already
night
set.
baseball. That's why they're doing it. They're doing Sunday night baseball.
Oh, that's why. Okay, well, still, and McGonigle's still doing pretty good though. But we'll talk more about him. But might as well go down the top of the list here. Spencer Torkelson has tied a franchise record by homering in 5 consecutive games. He's the 6th Tiger player to accomplish that feat, joining Marcus Thames in 2008, Willie Horton, awesome player from 1969, Vic Wertz from 1950, and the great Hank Greenberg from 1940. Oh, Rudy York, 1937. Just to name some damn good company there. A couple Hall of Famers in there too, at least.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Went on a tear for 5 straight days. Cold ever since.
Well, I mean,
it's either gonna be Barry Bonds or be the Mendoza dude. I don't know his first name.
Yep, from the famous Mendoza line.
Yeah, that's the reference I was going for.
Yep, I know what you meant. Yeah, I don't know his name either.
No one does. For
anyone that doesn't know, the Mendoza line is it's a fake, basically, batting average below the 200 mark, basically. Yeah. Mendoza was just notorious for a horrible batting average. Yeah. So you want to be above the Mendoza line, way above it, preferably. But I mean, hell, in the 80s, I think 250 or above was a decent batting average. Now,
well, especially in the late 60s, 70s when everyone was good.
Whoops. Well, sorry, folks, making noise on the mic.
Assaulted the phone.
Yep. Well, and I'm just happy McGonigle, or if he, I want to see him bat over 300 this year. We talked about that off air, but I remember in the really 80s. Good. What's that?
He's doing really good.
Yeah, but I remember in the 80s, Tigers barely had anyone hit 290, let alone 300.
Yeah.
In fact, I can't remember I think Maglio Ordonez and Cabrera were the 2 that were always hitting 300 or above, it seemed like.
Yeah. I think Kinsler got close.
They might have had some in the 06 team too, but we don't have a lot of good sub 300 hitters.
I remember they took Austin Jackson out specifically because he had gotten a hit in a late game, one of the last games, and they weren't going to put him in the next one, so they took him out so he could bat 300 for the year.
I really like Jackson as a leadoff hitter.
One of the greatest catches in baseball history. I just remember the call of O. Jackson.
Yep. But he was good for us, I thought.
Yeah.
I really liked him.
He was awesome.
Moving on, though. Sorry, folks. We sidetracked.
Yeah.
Squirreled a little bit.
Kevin McGonigle has now reached base. This was also a week ago, so we're going to correct this in a second. But Kevin McGonigle has now reached base in 24 consecutive starts. It's the longest streak by a Tigers player aged 21 or younger since Al Kaline reached base in 34 straight starts from
Incredible.
July 26 to August 28 of 1956.
And anytime you're mentioned with that company of Al Kaline, you're Tiger royalty
Tiger
right
goat.
off the rip.
Would Miggy be considered a Tiger goat, or would it still be Al Kaline?
Kaline played for
was a
Detroit his whole
Tiger's
career. I don't think
Is he still
anybody
Mr.
can look
Tiger?
past Miggy because
Yeah.
didn't he beat the home run record in the short time he was here? Or no, he didn't. No, but he hit a lot of home runs for us. Miggy's still a GOAT. He's one of the greatest of all time, hands down. Maybe the last player for a very long time to do the Triple Crown, although we got some guys out there that can accomplish
Judge
that.
can
feat.
definitely do it.
Judge can do it. But God, man, yeah, Miggy, he's just one of the great. And when he was healthy and in his prime, there was no better hitter on the planet than Miguel Cabrera. That's what they always said. He's the best hitter on the planet.
Mhm.
And he was.
Yeah, he's insane.
But no, I think Kaline is just royalty for Detroit.
Yeah. Spent his whole career here. He was a darling of Detroit.
That's
Came an
right.
announcer afterwards.
Yep, for years. Yep. And McGonigle's also the only player in MLB history aged 21 or younger to have at least 15 extra base hits and 15 walks in the first 28 games of their career. So, yeah, wow.
Yeah,
Just
already
awesome.
setting MLB records. Insane. And lastly, or not lastly, but next for Kevin McGonigle, his on-base streak has ended after 27 straight starts. He's the first Tigers rookie to have 27 or more straight games reaching base safely since Dick Wakefield in 1943 had a 29 straight game streak.
So he didn't beat the record, but this is still
close.
May and it just it's early May.
It's his first month of his big league career.
He could do it again. Could you imagine if he did? What if he did go on another 27 game hitting streak and actually beat the 29 record? And freaking incredible. And more news on McGonigle is also the first Tiger left-handed hitter in franchise history to have 11 doubles before the start of May. So just wow.
And the opposite flip of that, Munetaka Murakami is the only eligible hitter left with no doubles in 12 homers. He's got 12 homers. He's got the most home runs and no doubles.
Yeah, he's just hitting them out of the park instead of stopping at second. He's damn. Yeah, so
he's the only qualified hitter left with no doubles.
We got two legit Rookie of the Year candidates right there with both of them.
Both in the AL Central, too, and two iconic franchises in the White Sox and, of course, the Tigers.
And, of course, we're biased for McGonigle, but hell, man, I really want to see him
close. It's going to be
good.
close, especially if they both keep this up. This is going to be really close because, I mean, what do you think is better, the overall production and the on-base percentage, or Murakami just hitting every single ball out as a homer?
Well, people value the home run ball over anything else, but I think the overall it should be the best all-around player.
Well, because Murakami's good on base, too. He's got, I think, 750 or higher. It might be higher on-base percentage. This is the last time I checked.
Well, there's
pretty
always a
good.
slowdown factor once you get through a long, grueling season as a rookie, especially the better you get, the more the pressure is going to be on him.
Yeah.
Well, if he's got a lot of home runs, either one of them at the All-Star break, there's going to be a lot of talk and a lot of pressure, and cameras are going to be in their face. The reporters are going to be in their face.
Yeah.
It's going to put
Especially
pressure
if
on
they
them.
make the All-Star game.
Yep. And then, if they make, even better. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. It's a long season. It's very early. God forbid any of them gets injured, and then the story's old news in a month from now. But hopefully they both kick ass this season. I want to see them both do good, but I want to see McGonigle do just a little bit better.
Yeah. And I don't know how you consider Murakami a rookie though. He's been playing.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he won a Japanese series, so he's already won a championship in Japan.
They said the
and won
same
an
about.
MVP.
Yeah, well, they said the same about Ichiro and some of the other stars, but
Well, Otani's the same way. He was a 2-time MVP in Japan and Japanese series champion.
I do think
and I think he was the MVP as well.
It's a different level than the MLB, but I mean, you got some damn good Japan stars. They're professional.
Japan takes baseball as like religious activity. Like they're so into it. Like the videos from the WBC and from when we went to Japan for the opening series of the MLB a couple years ago with the Dodgers, they sung Yamamoto, like they sung a theme song that they had for Yamamoto in the stands the whole game while he pitched.
Wow.
Like they're so dedicated to baseball. It's crazy. And next, the Reds have tied an MLB record by walking 7 straight Pirates hitters.
Good for them.
On Saturday. So yesterday for us, 2 days for listeners.
Yep, good for them. Yeah, well, you know, I mean, that's a lot of freaking players. Can you imagine that? Yeah. I wonder how many pitchers.
That's basically what Jack is doing.
They just walked in runs then at that point.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
That just reminds me, Jack Flaherty has an 18% walk rate. That's the highest in all of MLB right now.
Wow.
Yeah, that's why he sucks ass.
Well, and this next stat is a little crazy considering, but Aroldis Chapman notched his 1,341st career strikeout, passing the Goose Gossage. For second place all time among relievers on the strikeout list, he's just 23 Ks away from passing Hoyt Wilhelm. Thank you, Wilhelm, for the record. And that's incredible. I mean, they haven't had a lot of.
Yeah. And he's doing that in a Red Sox uniform. So an iconic franchise that he's doing it for.
But I guess if you look at the relief pitchers, usually only pitch 1 or 2 innings at the most. They're not out there.
I'm pretty sure Hoyt Wilhelm, it was a long reliever. So he wasn't even like a regular reliever. He was the guy that comes in when your starter gets injured in the second inning.
Chapman, though, the guy reached, 108 one time, 109, something freaking crazy.
Yeah, he held the record for a while until another flamethrower, Mason Miller, who throws 103, and that's his average.
Wow.
Yeah, that's his average fastball. And then he's got, I think he's got a slider. I think he's got 3 pitches. I can't remember the other 2. I just remember the fastball because he broke the record like in I think high school or college. He threw like the fastest pitch ever recorded in the minors.
Just incredible.
Yeah. And speaking of records, Ellie De La Cruz is the first major leaguer since 1900 with 10 or more home runs and 8 or more stolen bases before May.
And yeah, wow.
Yeah.
If you average it out over the season, I mean, Otani did what, 60-60? Or was he 50-50? Yeah, the first 50-50 guy.
No, Jazz said he wants to do 60-60.
We'll see.
Yeah, he's nowhere close. He's not going to do it.
But to average...
Ellie might. He is a freak athlete.
That means if Otani didn't do 8-8, that means he had to go on a tear during the later months.
Otani had I think it was 15 in 1 month or something like that.
But and then you think about the average, the all-time strike or stolen base record, 130. By the fucking...
It's almost... Dude, that's so crazy to think about.
Yeah, it's almost won a game. But he was doing 2 or 3 a game sometimes. I don't know what his record in a game, but I'm sure it's high.
Oh, he's probably got the record for that.
I think he's done more. He's got every stolen base record
the
on the planet
record
just about.
Too, I think,
yeah, he does.
For most runs scored.
Okay, well, we looked it up just to be accurate, but no, it's
just a bunch of old people.
So older people, he's not even on the list, but the record goes back to 1800s, and it was 7 by George Gore, 1881. But yeah, it's a dead ball era, totally different time.
No, it's not even just a completely different. It's a completely different game.
Well, Otis Nixon in 1991 had 6 steals in 1 game. That's more accurate. Carl Crawford in 09 also had 6. Eric Young, 96, had 6. So the modern record is considered 6, but that is incredible.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
You do a couple in a game, that's pretty good. But to do 6, but either way, okay. Well, every other record on the planet, I think, for stolen base is owned by Ricky Henderson.
Yeah, basically.
He's incredible, and he's very cocky and arrogant. But he was sorry, not to disparage the memory of the GOAT, but he always talked in third person. I remember, and yeah. But when you're that damn good, I guess you can be a little cocky and arrogant.
Yeah.
But speaking of stolen bases,
J Ram, the Guardians' best player, literally of their entire franchise history, now has 300 career stolen bases.
yeah, that's not too shabby. And then moving on, the Philadelphia Phillies have fired manager Rob Thompson and named should-be future Hall of Famer Don Mattingly. He will take over as interim manager. Alex Cora was initially offered the Phillies managerial job, but turned it down in order to spend more time with his family. So,
yeah,
good job for Don.
He was fired from the Red Sox a couple days ago for no fucking reason.
And hopefully, if they're smart, they'll make Don the full-time manager. I always liked him as a manager.
Winning a World
coach.
Series with the Phillies is going to be weird, though. It's got to be the Yankees. Like, I'm sorry, it's got to be the Yankees.
Well,
he
the
didn't
Yankees
win one as a player.
The Yankees
only
didn't help him out.
Didn't win.
The Yankees couldn't help him out with a win.
That's not his fault. The generational catcher that they spent $1 billion on died in a freak plane crash. So you can't really blame the Yankees for not winning a World Series in the 80s when their number
and they
one
didn't
catcher
win last year either, though. Didn't mean to cut. Well, I did mean to cut.
2024. Wasn't last year.
Well, whatever. You know what I mean. They didn't win when Don was there. Either time, as a player or a coach.
Look, they sucked when he was a coach. Well, they didn't, but they did suck in the playoffs, especially against us. We swept them.
Well, I'm just happy to see him as a manager. And then, as far as other baseball news, the World Baseball Classics, Lexi Ramirez tested positive for anabolic steroids at the WBC. 44-year-old set a record for the oldest player in WBC history.
Yeah, and he was a cheater while doing so. And then moving on to the injury report, Jonathan India is done for the season after undergoing surgery. So he's out for the whole year.
That's too bad. Yep.
Yeah, it sucks.
Also on the temporary 10-day injured list, Ronald Acuna Jr. was placed.
Acuna.
That's what I said.
That's not.
Ronald Acuna Jr. was placed on the 10-day injured list with a hamstring injury.
Yeah, and the Mets have placed Luis Robert Jr. on the injured list with back tightness, which doesn't make any fucking sense. The Mets are a Mickey Mouse ass franchise.
Well, that's not very nice.
I don't care. Fuck the Mets. Fuck Ohio too. I didn't say that enough. Fuck Ohio.
Yeah. Yep. Gleyber Torres exited Saturday's game after experienced tightness in his left side.
Yeah. And the Tigers have also placed Casey Mize on the 15-day injured list with a right abductor strain and have also placed Javi Baez on the 10-day injured list with a right ankle sprain. His was particularly bad. He got his ankle caught up sliding.
I seen that. That was bad.
It's fucked up. And they have called up Emmanuel DeJesus and Brandon Woodruff to replace them. And Jace Young to replace them from AAA Toledo.
Yep, and Brandon Woodruff exited his start from Milwaukee in the second inning. His fastball didn't even reach 87.
Yeah, so he was. You could tell he was injured. It was bad. Yeah, he's one of their best players. I'm pretty sure he won a Cy Young with them a couple years ago.
Hey, sports fans! If you're in the great state of Michigan and you're in need of roofing, siding, gutters, or insulation, there's only one place to call, and that place is Excel Home Improvement out of Romulus. With over 60 years in business, they are third-generation, family-owned, and veteran-operated. They manufacture their own gutters and trim, so they're able to keep costs low while providing superior quality with unmatched service. They cover all of southeastern Michigan, including as far north as Bay City, all the way down to Monroe, and from Lansing to Port Huron. So give them a call today. That's Excel Home Improvement, 734-941-2800.
Moving over to the NFL now, free agent tight end David Njoku is visiting the Chargers on the day that this drops, Monday, May 4th, 2026. May the 4th be with you.
Wow.
It's May the 4th day.
Yes, it is. For nerds.
You're a nerd.
Okay.
You watch Daredevil, all those other. You're a nerd.
Because you nagged me to watching the damn shows. You nagged me until I watched them. Your mother nagged me until I watched them.
You still like
I watched them out of protest.
You still like them.
I did like Daredevil because
Daredevil's awesome.
Because he's a vigilante and he's a lawyer. I like the law and I like vigilantes. I like Death Wish growing up with Charles Bronson. Badass.
Charles Bronson.
Yeah. Yeah. And I like the Die Hard shows. Vigilantes are they're the anti-hero.
Still like Guardians of the Galaxy. That's your favorite.
That's because that's funny. It's not because I'm a nerd and like that sci-fi shit and comic book stuff. Nerd. Okay, whatever. Anyway, off-season NFL news: the Texans and linebacker Azeez Al-Shire have signed a 3-year, $54 million deal.
And the 6-time Pro Bowl defensive end Calais Campbell, who played in Baltimore from 2020 to 2022, is returning to sign a 1-year deal with the Ravens.
And first-round wide receiver Mekhi Lemon signed his rookie contract today, gets a 4-year, fully guaranteed deal that includes $11.5 million signing bonus. So good luck, kid.
Yeah. The Lions have also picked up the 5th-year option on running back Jahmyr Gibbs, my GOAT. He's the best player the Lions have had at the running back position since Barry Sanders. And I'm happy. Tying and breaking a bunch of Barry's records. So, yeah, I'm excited for him. And I'm excited for the backup running back that we got to replace David Montgomery.
And last but not least, the Patriots exercised cornerback Christian Gonzalez's 5-year contract option.
Yeah, so they did the same thing that they did to Jahmyr. And last little thing for the NFL, the one little injury that we have, Giants wide receiver Darius Slayton recently underwent surgery for a core muscle injury. He will miss the spring, but is expected to be a full go for training camp.
All right, and moving on to the NBA, we got Cooper Flagg. It was announced as the 25-26 NBA Rookie of the Year, which means only him and Michael Jordan are the only two rookies in NBA history to lead his team in all 4 categories since steals were first tracked in 1973-74 season. He's the second youngest NBA Rookie of the Year winner behind LeBron James, and he's only the first rookie since Allen Iverson in the 96-97 season to post 4 40-point games. He's freaking incredible. And all the morons said that he was overrated, and I know we mentioned that a lot. So
every idiot in my comment told me he was overrated.
Yeah, but he is the Rookie of the Year for a reason, and we should have looked for his cards while we were out and about yesterday.
Concanapple, his Duke teammate, came in second for the Rookie of the Year. Also very well deserving. Him and LaMelo are the second teammates in NBA history to both have 273s made. Yeah, they're crazy rookies the last couple of years. Also, Wemby, I did not realize that Wemby's only been in for 3 years.
Oh, wow.
That's crazy. He's also like 1 billion feet tall.
That does help when you're closer to the net.
Yeah. And we didn't mention this earlier, but the Magic's 23 straight misses were the most by any playoff team this century.
Good for them, bastards.
Yeah. Fuck Orlando and fuck the Magic.
Not to be rude, yeah. I kind of want to see their team cry today.
Derogatory, fuck Orlando.
Okay, well, tell me how you really feel.
And fuck Miami, too. They're so annoying.
Yep. Yeah, they are. Joel Embiid of the Sixers is the first player in NBA history to score 100-plus points in a playoff series despite missing the first 3 games.
Insane.
Yeah, when you're the first on any, in any category after a long history, Crazy. And where it counts the most in the playoffs. So good for him, I guess. But don't do that shit against us.
Yeah. And before the Celtics blew their 3-1 lead against the 76ers, the Celtics were 32-0 in series with a 3-1 lead, the most without a loss in NBA history. And the 76ers were 0-18 when trailing a series 3-1, the most losses without a win in NBA history. So they each got their, one that they didn't have.
And the Celtics are also the first team to have three different players or three different starters with 0 points in the playoff games since starters were first tracked in 1970-71. And the players are Luka Graza, Ron Harper Jr., and Baylor
Shireman? That's what I think.
We'll go with Shireman. That's what it looks like. Sorry if we butchered the name.
Yeah. Next, LeBron James is the first player in NBA history with 500 steals in the playoffs. And the list of the people next to him is not even close. He's been playing in the NBA too long. It's crazy. It's like 100-point or 100 steal difference between him and the next person. It's insane. He's been playing the game too long.
Well, he does have the most games in history, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Didn't he just reach that not too long ago? Yeah. Yep. And 5-time NBA All-Star John Wall has become the president of basketball operation at Howard University, returning to Washington, D.C. to partner with the top-ranked HBCU in the country. School officials tell the ESPN. So,
yeah,
good luck there.
Yeah. Moving over to the NBA playoffs now in the Western Conference, the Lakers beat the Rockets 4-2, and the OKC Thunder swept the Phoenix Suns 4-0. They will be facing off in conference semifinals May 5th at 8:30. And the Timberwolves beat the Nuggets 4-2, and the Spurs beat the Trailblazers 4-1. They will be playing on May 4th at 9:30 for their first game.
And in the Eastern Conference, of course, we already mentioned the Pistons are playing Game 7 tonight against the Magic. So the winner of that will face the winner of the Cavaliers and Raptors, who are also on Game 7. And
Raptors.
Yep. Yeah, and they play 7:30 tonight. So, and I didn't mention, but the Pistons play at 3:30 this afternoon. And as far as the Knicks and the Hawks go, the Knicks beat the Hawks 4-2, and the Celtics,
collapsed.
Celtics collapsed. And they lost to the Philadelphia 76ers 4-3. So a lot of Game 7s,
Jason
man.
Tatum did miss Game 7, so we can use that as a crutch to say that's the reason that the 76ers won.
But that's also in a Game 7. There's a lot of Game 7s right now. Well, New York went to Game 6, but God, this has been an exciting series so far, at least in the Western Conference.
There have been 3 Game 6s, 3 Game 7s.
Eastern Conference, I mean, sorry.
I'm talking about both conferences.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's been exciting, so it's going to be something to watch. And, of course, we're going to be watching tonight, so, yeah.
We'll be already updated.
You will be updated,
but yeah.
And you'll already know by the time this airs who wins, but...
So tell us in the comments.
Yeah, there you go.
Moving over to the NHL playoffs now. The round 1 is officially over for every team except for the Trailblazers and the Canadiens, who are in Game 7. The Colorado Avalanche beat the Kings in round 1. They swept them to advance to round 2. The Dallas Stars lost 4-2 to the Minnesota Wild. The Vikings beat the Utah Mammoth to advance to round 2, and then the Anaheim Ducks beat the Edmonton Oilers 4-2 to advance to round 2. So it is the Avalanche versus the Wild in round 2 for the first one, and then the second one is the Kings and the Anaheim Ducks.
And in the Eastern Conference, Buffalo beat Boston Bruins 4-2, and they are moving on to round 2. Montreal Canadiens are tied 3 games apiece, and Carolina destroyed Ottawa 4-0, and Flyers beat the Penguins 4-2, and as of right now, round 2 of the playoff, we're 1 game in, and Carolina beat Philadelphia.
So they're currently 5-0 in the Stanley Cup playoffs right now. That's pretty good.
They're the team to beat.
Yeah.
So that's where we're at on that. We're not going to do baseball standings because it's too early in the season.
There's literally no point. It changes daily.
It does. So we'll when it gets close, probably mid-season, we'll start doing that, or whenever.
Let's say around the August, the last 2 months.
Oh.
Fuck that trade deadline.
All-Star break. Yeah.
Trade deadline. No.
Well, it depends if someone's running away with it or not. Did you call me motherfucker?
Yeah.
That's very disrespectful.
Cap.
With your old ass stale snacks you brought. I appreciate
Those
the
are nice
snacks.
snacks.
They are.
Those are very good crackers. You cracker?
Wow. All right, moving on. What else you got?
One more thing. Yeah, just a little Kentucky Derby shit.
Since this is everything sports, we didn't talk about golf or bowling or anything else or
nothing really happened.
Boxing or anything, but we are everything sports. Eventually.
We'll talk about it when something big happens.
Breaking news.
And lastly, just a little Kentucky Derby shit. All but one horse in the 2026 Kentucky Derby are related to Secretariat, the greatest racing horse of all time.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, that's it. Which is crazy. That means they bred the fuck out of that horse.
Yeah, well, when you got a champion. Anyway. Hey, sports fans, if you live in Michigan, then you are no stranger to cold winters and hot summers. And this winter has been especially brutal, with your home taking the brunt of that abusive weather. If your home is not insulated properly, then your wallet feels that pain as well. That's where the team at Ace & Sons Insulation can help. With over 45 years experience, they are the leading experts in all things insulation. From your basement to your attic and your exterior walls, Ace & Sons can help make your house warmer in the winter and cooler in the summer. Ace uses the latest in infrared technology to ensure your house is properly insulated, and they are now teamed with Excel Home Improvement. Excel offers roofing, siding, and gutters, and now insulation, and they have over 60 years in business. So give either team a call for your housing needs. Ace is 888-500-4223, or contact Excel Home Improvement at 734-390-4727. And the Pistons win again.
Woo. The Pistons won 116-94, completing the 3-1 comeback. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, 24-point deficit in Game 6 to come back and kick some ass in Game 7. In Detroit, you can't get much better than that. If you were scripting it, you couldn't write it much better. What a night.
Cade and Tobias Harris both had 30 or more points, and they're the 10th team to do that. And I couldn't remember if it was in playoffs in general or in Game 7s. But either way, it's crazy. They both had 30 points and carried the team to Game 7 victory. Yeah.
It's amazing. And, history repeated itself because the former championship team of Detroit played the Orlando Magic. Orlando won Game 1 just like they did in 2026. Pistons took Game 2. Orlando took Game 3 and 4, and then Pistons swept the rest of the series for Game 5, 6, and 7. History repeated itself, and if you remember, we went on to win the championship way back when, so let's do it again, guys. Hell of a game.
It was incredible. I don't even know what to say. The entire game, it was pretty close after the first quarter, and then the Pistons just continually pulled away until they had, I think, like a 23-point lead, which is almost the exact inverse of the deficit that they came back from in the previous game. So that was really cool.
Yep. So Detroit Bad Boys were in the house tonight, and then the new Bad Boys were there too. So Cade is leading the way. And what'd you say, over 33, 32 points I think he had?
He had that a while ago. I don't remember what he had.
He ended up, at the end of the game, it was like 32 points, I believe. Well, either way, it doesn't matter. They kicked ass, they won, and that's it. Good job, Pistons.
Go Pistons.
That wraps it up for us, folks. Thank you for joining us as always, and feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Shut up.
He did it!
You know, you could do that part if you, because I can't remember it from week. I had a streak there where I was really good at it, and all you
then
do,
you failed.
you could do that part. You know, you don't need me to do it.
It's funny to watch you struggle.
Fuck off. I was gonna apologize for that. No, fuck off.
I
Fuck off
wasn't
is right.
led into my outro yet.
And as always, folks, thank you for joining us. And
Here's a random clip of the week.